Two there should be, no more, no less. One to embody power, the other to crave it. Darth Bane. What's going on, guys? I'm the Walrus Jedi, and welcome to another video. In today's video, I will be doing another chart, this time on the Banite Sith. So if you like these kinds of videos, then please consider liking and subscribing, and hitting the notification bell for more. And without further ado, let's get to the chart. Alright, so first up we have Darth Bane, 1026 BBY to 980 BBY. He was once a student of Lord Khan's Sith Academy on Korriban, and he utilized what is called a thought bomb, where he tricked Khan into using it, and it took out all the Sith and 100 Jedi on the planet Ruusan. And so, Bane went into hiding along with his apprentice, Zana. Thus began the rule of two. About 2 decades later, Darth Zana, who is next, she challenged Bane in a duel to determine who the master should be. She won, killing Bane. She took on an apprentice of her own and an Aktashi bounty hunter with force abilities, Darth Cognis. So, on the chart, you have Darth Zana, 1010 BBY to who knows when. She is followed up with Darth Cognis, who eventually became the master, and she took on a three-eyed human mutant, Darth Millennial, as her apprentice. Almost always at odds with each other, Cognis, a firm believer in the rule of two, and Millennial, who found the rule of two far too restrictive, so she was forced to excommunicate him, and he barely escaped with his life, fleeing to Dromund Kaas, where he began the Dark Force religion. Cognis then took on another apprentice to continue the rule of two. Alright. And since some of these characters don't have, we don't know when they're born, we don't know when they're died, I just decided to leave that off. This squiggly line is to symbolize a passage of time, as between the second apprentice and Darth Gravid is hundreds of years. Which leads us to, centuries later, the current Sith Lord, a human called Darth Gravid, he was drawn to the light side, which he started to combine with the dark side, leading to him losing his sanity. In the year 533 BBY, the Mad Sith destroyed a vast quantity of Sith lore. His Twi'lek apprentice, Darth Geen, slew him because of this, and this event set the Sith back for centuries in their plans. And then, after Darth Geen, there's another passage of about a couple hundred years, which leads us to Tenebrous' master. A Twi'lek Sith took on a Bith apprentice, Darth Tenebrous, and at some point Tenebrous killed his master and took an apprentice of his own, a Mune, Darth Plagueis. These two worked together for decades, continuing to plan the downfall of the Jedi and set things in motion. Tenebrous had also taken another apprentice, as he believed Plagueis was not worthy, so he created a Bith and dubbed him Darth Venomous, but Plagueis took him out pretty quickly and used him for experiments with the midichlorians. Later, Plagueis kills Tenebrous and eventually takes on a human apprentice, Darth Sidious. They slowly position Palpatine to take over the Republic, setting things in motion for the Clone Wars. On the very day Sidious is elected Chancellor, the human kills Plagueis. At this point, Sidious did not have an apprentice, as Maul was killed, or at least taken off the board, for a long time. But sometime later, the Jedi Master Dooku, having grown tired of the corruption of the Republic and the Jedi Council, he joined Sidious as his apprentice, Darth Tyrannus. Alright, so you have Darth Sidious, 82 BBY to 4 ABY, and then 10 ABY when the clone thing happens. And then you have Maul, 54 BBY to 1 BBY. That's when he finally dies. Darth Tyrannus, 102 BBY to 19 BBY. And we'll get to Darth Vader in a minute. Tyrannus led the Separatists in the Clone Wars, with Palpatine obviously in charge of the Republic, but, the two Sith are conspiring together, so, decisions don't get made without Palpatine basically dictating them. Towards the end of the Clone Wars, Tyrannus was killed by Jedi Anakin Skywalker, whom Palpatine had been fostering a bond with. Days later, he was dubbed Darth Vader, and he went and killed Jedi. Decades later, Luke Skywalker reawakens Anakin Skywalker, and he throws Palpatine down the shaft, although to be brought back as a clone a few years later, but that's a story for another day. Due to previous events, he was also dying. He has a moment with his son when he asks him to remove his helmet to look on him with his own eyes. He then dies. Luke takes him to Endor and sets him on a pyre and burns it. So, yeah. And then Darth Vader's entry, 42 BBY to 4 ABY. And that's the chart. I feel like I did a much better job with this chart than the Jedi chart. I was still learning this, but I feel like I did a much better job with this chart. Well, that is Banite Sith from Darth Bane to Darth Vader. Let me know in the comment section if you would like if you have any other cool ideas for charts, and maybe I'll make them. Yeah. I think the next chart that I will make might be a Skywalker family chart. So, yeah, you can look forward to that in the coming month or so. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and until next time, thanks for watching.